Welcome everybody to lucky number 13, episode 13 of the DENSI podcast, coming to you live. We're very excited to be here this evening. We have four panelists on the line tonight to kind of talk to you about Summer Institute, everything you need to know, and even stuff you might not want to know, but you're going to know anyway. I don't know what that means, so I'm going to send it over to Sandy and ask you, Sandy, who are you, where you're from, what do you do, and how many times have you been to Summer Institute?
Thanks, Brandon. My name is Sandy McDougall, and I'm from Halifax, Nova Scotia, up north and out east, I guess. My job here is as a instructional technology specialist. That title changed today, so I have to think about it a little bit. And in that job, I help teachers daily integrating technology into their practice. I've been to one DEN Summer Institute, and this will be the second one coming up, and really looking forward to it. It's a great week of meeting people and professional development and all kinds of great stuff.
And Sandy will also be one of the people presenting at the DEN Summer Institute this year because he became a DEN guru this year. Class of 2014 DEN guru. Woo!
Wow.
Congratulations on that, Sandy. Kristy.
Thank you.
Hey, Brandon. My name is Kristy Vincent. In case you can't tell, I'm from the South. I'm in Texas, y'all. This will be my second Summer Institute. I went up to Burlington, Vermont last year, and now y'all are coming south. So I get to teach all y'all how to say y'all, and I'm really excited. By day, I'm the Director of Digital Learning, what most people call a tech director. That just didn't fit my passion of being an educator, so I changed that right after I started. We serve 1,300 babies out here in East Texas.
All right. Welcome, Kristy, tonight. Let's go to Wanda next.
Oh, okay. My name is Wanda Hanley, and I'm from Apex, North Carolina. And I currently teach 4th grade in a year-round school, so I am in school, and I am not done until like July 5th, and then I start my vacation. I am a newbie, and I am looking forward to learning tons.
All right. Well, Wanda, I don't think you could have found a better way to start off your vacation.
I know.
So, hi, I'm Porter Palmer. I am the director of the DEN Global Community. I am coming to you from my home office in Grand Blanc, Michigan. This will be my 6th DEN Summer Institute, and I am looking forward to seeing each and every one of you there.
All right. Thank you, Porter, for being here once again tonight, and Sandy for coming back as well. All right, Kristy, I'm going to start with you first. First question comes to you. Kristy, what is one, if you can pick one takeaway you've had from Summer Institute, or if someone asks you the question, why should I apply? What's the answer you would give them?
Oh, it's family. It's hands down, it's family. And I don't know that you could possibly explain that to anyone who hasn't experienced it. I was talking with some people today, actually, because I'm wearing my Got Den shirt, and they said, what is your obsession with the Discovery Educator Network? Hands down, their family. And when you go, you make connections that they're beyond, an acquaintance on Twitter. It's, hey, I need a book tomorrow. Does anybody have that? Oh, okay, you're in Oregon. Will you drop that in overnight mail? And every time they say yes. Or, I don't know how to change fonts on Weebly. And somebody says, here's how you do it. It's connections that you can't possibly get, I don't think, anywhere else than from our family at the DEN.
All right. Thank you, Kristy. Sandy, same question.
I'll do sort of a prequel to Kristy's answer. When I arrived last year in Vermont at the university, and was greeted at the door by Porter, who knew my name and knew my colleague's name. That was a little bit of a, ooh, what's going on here kind of situation. And then
it's just a spooky little skill. I don't mean to do it.
That's a great thing, Porter. It's wonderful. And then when we walked in, and I tend to be a quieter person at first. I need to get to know my surroundings and the people around me, and it was a little bit overwhelming. And for a little while, I thought, "Oh my goodness, what have I got myself into?" And then by the end of the week and after it, that's where Kristy's explanation comes in. It's family. It's people you can reach out to at any time for lots of different stuff. So that kind of spans the whole answer, I guess.
Thank you, Sandy. Porter, Sandy talked a little bit about being a little quieter. What is it about the Summer Institute that takes us shy people and brings us out of our shell a little bit and makes us not as quiet or not as introverted?
Well, it's interesting because although folks don't think that I am an introvert, I really am extremely introverted. And so as I am planning the Summer Institute, I always try to think about people like me who need time to reflect and who need, just some space. And so we try to weave that in, even though the goal is to make a place where everybody finds something that brings them joy at the Summer Institute, something that challenges them. So, we have great sessions for folks that will spark ideas, and then there are opportunities for conversations to happen, and they may be, larger groups of doing grant writing, or they could be a one-on-one conversation. Sandy talked about earlier today about how one day he had just his brain had had enough, and he said, "I'm just going to sit out here for a little while," and that's perfectly acceptable to do. Dive right in. Know that you're going to be, if you are new this year, you are going to be overwhelmed. It is absolutely overwhelming, and it is okay. And it's okay to say, I just need to step back for a second and process that. And we try to give you the space to do that.
Thank you, Porter. Very well said. All right, Wanda. It's all been laid out for you. All your questions that you have to be answered can be answered right now. Questions that you have, Wanda, or maybe even some concerns you have coming into Summer Institute.
So I've heard a lot, and I'm a reader, so I read a lot. I think one of the questions I have is I've been looking at the workshops and the sessions. So what's the difference between a workshop and a session?
Sure. So there are only a couple of workshops, and they are 2 hours long, or really an hour and 50 minutes. And then regular sessions are 50 minutes long.
Okay. And then what's this DEN race?
I can answer.
Is it a great, amazing race? Are we going to run all over the place?
Absolutely.
Brandon?
Yeah, sure, I'll take that one. The DEN Amazing Race is the most fun you will have, period, if you are competitive. If you're not competitive, it's just a chance for you to get with 2 or 3 other people and do this just fun challenge that the DE staff members put on. And it could be anywhere from keeping a balloon up in the air for a minute, or there's a geocaching coordinates you got to go find. Or you could have to eat a Twinkie while singing a song.
It always ends with the DEN pledge. Absolutely, always ends with the DEN pledge. There will be a musical element this year. I remember in Montana we did some required line dancing. In San Diego there was a guacamole making challenge. And I feel great pity for the people who were required to taste all of the guacamole that year. So we do lots of cool things. There are people who are very competitive and try to win, and then there are teams of people who their greatest joy is making sure they come in last place.
Oh,
there are
neat.
people who compete for last place.
Wow. All right.
Yeah, the people you need to watch out for are Jan Abernathy, Tracy Blazowski, Lindsay Morehart. Just if you want to be on a competitive team, find those 3. If you're just looking to hang out, have some fun, there's plenty of people that want to do that as well. All right.
There are people who will wear themed shirts like teams. There will be people who organize ahead of time, and then there are people who will help you find a team if you are new and don't yet know folks. So there are folks already set up to help you connect with a team if you haven't done so ahead of time.
All right, I haven't done so ahead of time, so I'm available.
For you, there you go. If you're watching at home and you need another person on your team, Wanda's ready to join you. Kristy, we got a couple more minutes here. I want to ask you about what's something that you were able to take away that you might not have expected that you would get from a discovery education.
I want her to talk about something else.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Talk about that instead.
Kristy, tell people what you're working on.
Oh, okay. Okay. So I'm very tiny. I'm 5'2", so I can do lots of things on a plane, like sit Indian style and make people very nervous by pulling out my knitting needles. And I was on a flight back from Philadelphia this January, and before I got on the flight, I took a picture of a skein of yarn, so just some yarn and my knitting needles. And then when I landed, I had made a scarf, and I took a picture and I posted it, and Porter got so excited. And that is the moment that the Denovator Fair was born. So it's similar to something kind of like a maker's fair, if you've ever had the opportunity to attend one of those. And it'll be its inaugural year at DENSI this year on Tuesday night. So we are looking for people to bring whatever it is that is your passion. So if that is makey-makeys or robots or an app you've made, or it's a craft or a DIY or jewelry or whatever it is that you just love to do, we're going to get to know each other even better and share our passions on Tuesday night of DENSI. And all of that will be launched Wednesday night. I'm sorry. Wednesday night.
Then Amazing Race is Tuesday. And look, if you don't have a craft that you make, it's okay, because somebody has to walk around and learn about these things. So don't panic over that. And
that'll be me.
I'll be learning. Say that again, Wanda?
I said that'll be me. I'll be learning.
See? And so one of the things that people are going to do is they're going to give Kristy a link to some sort of tutorial, whether they create the tutorial or they find a tutorial, and we're going to have, right, Kristy, we're going to have QR codes so that when you walk around to that station, even if that person has left for a minute because they want to go learn about something else, there'll be a QR code there so that you can scan that and get an instructional video about their passion.
Cool.
And Kristy's taking the lead on it, and I am so excited about it. The Denovator Fair.
Kristy will have everything ready to go.
I'm so excited. It's really sad at this point.
We all get joy in different places, Kristy, you know. It's something we've talked about in the past. All right, guys, we are just about out of time. I'm going to come to you all for a quick last word here in a second, but first I want to promote a couple things. DENSI2014.com for all your Summer Institute resources. I just talked with Leanne the other day. She said it's coming together. There'll be more stuff added each day. For all things Den, head to dencommunity.com. Denapalooza.com for the Denapalooza tour. Porter, what else am I missing? Edmodo, check Edmodo and the spreadsheet.
And we'll be posting the schedule in the next several days.
All right. Let's kick it over to Sandy first. Last word.
Last word is that I'm looking forward to meeting everyone and seeing folks that I met last year again in just a few weeks. And I'd like to thank Discovery Education for making this all possible, and Porter for all the work that she does in making the Summer Institute possible. Thanks, Porter. And also thanks to Brandon for facilitating these great podcasts.
All right, Kristy, last word from you tonight.
I cannot wait to see everybody. I'm so super excited. Wear comfortable shoes, and that's coming from me of all people. Wear super comfortable shoes. Bring extra sunscreen, and leave all your reservations at the door. Do not spend your first 3 days going, these people are insane. It's true, we are, but we are so excited, and you will too by the end of the week. I promise.
Insanity guaranteed, Wanda. All right, Wanda, over to you.
I still can't believe I'm going. I still pinch myself that I got accepted, and I want to thank Wake County and Dr. Wirt for bringing Discovery into our lives and having all the training that he's had already, and I can't wait to come. I'm so excited!
All right, and as always, Porter, the last word comes to you.
Well, thanks everybody for joining us, and I'm looking forward to seeing each and every one of you there, and thanks to Brandon for bringing this passion project to life.
All right, thank you everybody, and thank you once again to Discovery Education for putting on the Summer Institute. Truly, in a lot of people's opinions, and for facts for a lot of people, the best Wikipedia you're going to get. So thank you everyone for being here tonight, and we'll see you next time for episode 14 of the DENSI podcast. Have a good night, everyone.
Good night.